Hi Maria.
Hi, Diana.
Good morning
How
from
are
my
you?
side. Yeah, I'm
Yes,
doing
good
good.
night from mine.
Yeah, it's really insane, because our time difference, it's almost maybe 9 or 10 hour. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
Yeah, it's a huge difference, and it was so hard to find suitable time for both of us. And I'm
Yes,
I'm so glad that you made it and you gave me this time for me. I'm so glad, and I can't I can't thank you enough.
I'm also grateful and so proud of you. And it's a pleasure being here. And I know that you had to wake up earlier, so early in the morning, to combine our time zones. And
Yeah,
I'm happy to talk to you because I'm really a big fan of your work and your progress toward English. So so happy to be here with you.
yeah, thank you so much. And do you mind if I record this to share YouTube?
Of course not. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, I recently started new project to share my friends' English journey. I mean, the story of their English journey. So, I gotta ask few questions from you to pick your brain about your language learning journey. So, I think you will like it. I hope.
Sure.
Yeah. And you can ask anything as well because this is the only time that we could get for a long time. So we can share anything.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, yes.
Yeah.
I just would like to know about your project. So I'm following you. I know that you have this YouTube channel that you share
Yeah.
lots of information, which is
Yeah.
great. And I just want to know quickly, how could you get so inspiring? Like
Yeah.
you learned lots of things, how to manage these frameworks, like how to edit your videos, how to make good content for your followers. So I really impressed with the progress that you made in so short time. So how your project going? Just before we start sharing the journey, I would like to know it because I'm so curious about it.
Yeah, thank you so much for asking. And as you already know, it's all because of my ambition, and also I practice like consistently. You know that, and I know that you also do that because we were doing this for a long time together in different communities, Facebook communities. So we have attended many challenges together. So I am inspired by you. You are my motivation actually, because when I watch your videos, it really inspire me. I feel like she's doing amazing because she's a mother, and also she's a, you know, I know that you are a hard worker because you have a job and you have many things to take care of, but of course you don't care about how much things that you have to do. You do everything it takes to improve your speaking skills. So that's why I felt like you're a you're a ideal woman to me. So I'm so inspired by you. And so many friends we have, and we were inspired by them as well. And I think it's all because of my my consistency, and I practiced like almost every day. I didn't skip a day, and I have done many activities. like reading, writing, speaking, and listening. That's how I could improve my speaking skills. And also, I have started some projects like my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, and also some other things like I have studied many things because I needed to do something to earn money. I had this ambition that I'm a housewife, so I thought that I have to do something more. That's why that's the reason. So I have studied many things like how to edit videos, and I have followed many courses, like online free courses, because I thought that I should leverage everything that I could, like free resources, online free resources. So I know that if we invest, we can gain something more, maybe. But for now, as a learner, I thought that I should do this, like researching. And of course, there are so many free resources that we can, use to learn and improve. So that's how, and without thinking too much, I just jump. So that's how I think, yeah, I have learned how to edit videos because doing that, I did that. I have done it. That's why I could learn that. Yeah. That's the secret. There's no any secret.
Don't think, just go.
Yeah.
And I know when we have kind of a short deadline to do things, so we tend to learn quickly because you need that skill to
Yeah.
go with your projects. So
Yeah.
you can learn quickly. And as you said, there are so many wonderful resources out there that we can take advantage to
Yeah.
learn new skills. And that's really amazing. And yeah, you sure we have been together in this journey since we started
Yeah.
some time ago. I
Yeah.
didn't really remember the point that we start, but I think it's we're going to for 2 years from now, I think. Uh,
Exactly. It's
but
amazing.
that's really amazing. As you said, for me, it's something that we shouldn't compare our journeys to
Hmm.
anyone else.
Exactly.
Um, because as I said, I am so busy all the days. So when I have 15 minutes to practice a day, I feel wonderful. I feel so fulfilled with the things that I want to learn. So I know that my progress won't be comparable to people who have more time to devote themselves to their practices. And I'm really comparing myself with my old version.
Yeah.
So then I don't create like high expectations. I only go with the flow because I feel like everything that I learn, every small step that I can do, so I should be proud of it.
Exactly.
Because we have our own journey, and we each a small achievement should be celebrated. So I
Yeah.
think this a kind of constant motivation that we have to go
Yeah.
ahead for practice. But I'm so fun. You said that I'm devoted, but I'm I think that, my devotion is so small compared to yours because you have been like on the stars, like
I don't think so because you also improved a lot, and you are a hard worker because I can see you everywhere even today. So,
yeah,
but not
I
me,
try.
I'm not active like you nowadays because I'm busy with my own projects. But of course I can see you everywhere in on our, Facebook community. So this is amazing. And
Thank
Maria,
you.
please, can you introduce yourself for my friends who watch this video, because I want you to do that. It's better than if it do, it's better. You can do it than me,
Yes,
better than
sure.
me. Yeah.
It's funny because we started engaging on conversation. I totally
Yeah.
forget to
Yeah.
introduce myself.
It's okay.
It
Yeah.
was so pleasurable conversation. So, yeah, so my name is Maria. I am from Brazil, and I'm among two children. Not really children because my older daughter is already 16 years old, and my son is 8 years old. So as you said, I'm a professional. I'm into molecular biology field, so I have to work many hours per day, like 8 hours per day and 40 hours per week. And a part of that, I'm a passionate English learner. I like the language. I like to improve myself through some practices like reading, listening, podcasts, um, um, recording myself, as you said, in some communities. And I also like nutrition, this health lifestyle, exercising myself. So I try to arrange some time in my week to devote to all those activities. And also I need to study for my professional skills because, science evolves very quickly. So
Yeah.
I need some 36 hours a day. So I have to manage it 24 to do the things that I really need to do a little
Yeah.
bit.
I really appreciate you because it's a hard work. It's a lot of work. So still you manage everything. And also you're a good mom. I can see when you share pictures how happy you are with your kids. And they also I can see that they are also so happy to have you.
We are
They're so
really
lucky to
close.
have you. Yeah.
Yes, we are kind of really close. So
Mm,
I try to I try to raise my children in a very open way. So
yeah.
we can talk of many different things. We can share everything among us, and
Mm,
I try to keep them connected. I try to listen to them, but I think as a parent, we also fail, commit some, made some mistakes because each children, each child, they will react some way. So they have their own personality. So it's not easy, and we have to learn
yeah.
how to become better parents. Yes, every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. So before ask before we move to our questions about your English journey, I want to ask you something about the place where you live because I know that it's a gorgeous place and you have shared many pictures with me and I saw that it's a gorgeous place. I really like that place. Please tell me about where do you live
Okay.
in Brazil?
Okay, so my city is located in the middle of the country. So Brazil is a huge country with so many different states. So my city is near the capital, Brasilia. It's about 200 kilometers from Brasilia. And it's a city about 2 million inhabitants. So it's not a big city, but not just small. And I like living here because, as you said, there are so many parks and green areas. So if we want to go to walk and to have some contact with nature, which is something that I really appreciate, and I think it's wonderful for our mind, and to have this kind of mental health.
Yeah.
I think it's important to have this contact with nature, and we have many places here that we can go to have this kind of relaxation. And also we have some advantages of big cities, like all the facilities and resources available. So it's a good place to live. The neighborhoods are connected, so we have contact with people. Yes, I enjoy living here.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So let's talk about your English journey. How did you start? So please tell me the story from the beginning.
Okay, so long time ago,
Yeah.
because English is a second language here in Brazil, so we start learning it in the beginning of our grades. But all the time that we had been studying English since the start till the high school,
Yeah.
the focus generally tends to be on grammar,
Mm.
on English structures. So we don't learn how to speak. I think this situation is similar in other countries as well.
Mm.
But then I start learning English that time, so I learned the basic. And when I start my college,
Mm.
I I there I had opportunity to start studying English again.
Yeah.
Um, it was a little bit more, I think, more complex because they try to work on all the skills, all the English pillars. But I had just 2 years there. Then I finished my graduation and I start my master degree. And I continue doing so many activities. I had to stop English. And after that time, I tried again to start studying English in a regular English school.
Mm.
I took more 1 year, and then the tasks that I had to do on my work and as a mom, I had to stop again. Then I think I start to develop a very limiting belief.
Mm.
The only people who live out there in other countries, especially English speaking countries, are able to master their English. I
Yeah.
believe that for me it was impossible because first of all, I was living in a country where English was not highly demanded. Here, people in general they don't speak English in their routines, and in my workplace sometimes I need English, but it was not mandatory. If you don't speak, you can work normally. Of
Mm.
course, you are going to have some limitations, but okay. So it was a big surprise for me when I discovered this the world for me of online communities and uh, those kind of challenges and the help that we can have on the community by supportive friends. So the last 2 years was like a big break in my life when it comes to my English journey. And here I am trying to continue this journey because it never stops. It's a lifelong journey. And the most important thing, in my opinion,
Mm.
is to have pleasure on the things that you do, because
Mm.
then going to feel happy all the time, and you are not going to see it as a task or a chore or a difficult thing to do, but because of people that you are surrounded by, so
Mm.
you're going to feel like you are talking to friends and you have fun, you're having nice moments, and that's why I think it's most important in our journey.
Yeah. So that's wonderful. So, Maria, please tell me about your experiences. How was your traveling experiences, like English speaking countries? I know that you recently you had your vacation to US, and I know that you got, you had many experiences to share. And
Yes.
because of your English skills. and maybe you have something interesting.
Yes, I it's interesting because I've been on English speaking countries before I start this online
Yeah.
journey,
Yeah.
I would say. And after this year, after I started it,
Mm.
previously I've been on Canada, and that was so funny because I had been through some very embarrassing situations there because I wasn't able to speak in English. Sometimes I could understand like 6% of things that people were talking to me, but I wasn't able to reply, even if I had some vocabulary, I think kind of intermediate vocabulary, but I wasn't able to communicate. And I remember, for example, we decided to visit another city there, and we rent a car to go because it was on the mountains, a beautiful city. Because my children, they want to see the snow in the top of the mountains,
Yeah.
and we decided to go, and we rent a car. But there are some rules when you rent a car there. So you
Yeah.
have when you're going to give the car back, you have to fuel the car. So it's not possible to leave it with empty tank. Like you
Yeah.
have to fill
Yeah.
it,
Mm.
and we tried to do it, but it was so different when compared to Brazil.
Mm.
Here, we don't have to do anything. You go with your car,
Mm.
and people are going to do all the work. We have only to pay,
Mm.
and there you have to do all by yourself.
Yeah.
And we try to understand, we try to figure out, we ask some information, people explain to us, but even though we couldn't do it, and
Yeah.
I I was kind of really think that we have to pay the
Mm.
tax, like the fee. If you don't do things right, we have to pay the fee. And I was, oh, it's better to pay it because we won't be able to do it. But fortunately, Canadians are very friendly people.
Mm.
Then a guy came by, and we asked them information, asked him information, and he explained to us. We could understand, and he did the service for us,
Oh.
and he had all the things fixed. So and I thought, why we have this barrier.
Mm.
So I see many people learning English. I see many people mastering their English. So we also should be capable of doing that. So then I start to search to see how I could do, and I came like you about um, this Learn June. I came through this that community that we started with that
Yeah, but the
challenge.
worldwide English practice
Yes,
community.
exactly. And now when I we come back again to US this year, things were completely different for me.
Different.
You
Yeah.
know, yes, because I was more relaxed. I
Mm.
was comfortable with my English, even if sometimes of course, I still
Mm.
don't understand 100% of natives, but
Yeah.
I was able to ask for clarification. I was able to talk to them if I don't understand. I was able to ask them to rephrase themselves or to speak slowly, and
Mm.
it was completely different. We enjoy a lot because we didn't had kind of embarrassing moments there. So
Yeah.
we were able to use the subways, to go to main restaurants, and we lived New York City reality. It was so great.
Yeah, it's more than surviving. I mean, I was thinking that we can survive, but it's more than surviving. It's like you
Exactly.
enjoyed your journey. It was so relaxing. So, what else actually?
Yes.
Amazing. Yeah.
That's a feeling.
Yeah. So, do you find any strategy, like, do you find strategies that effective for you?
I think one thing this helped me a lot,
Mm.
helps me a lot is listening to podcasts,
Hmm.
because in my case it's something that I can do
Yeah.
when I'm doing my chores, or when I'm gardening, like
Yeah.
taking care of my plants,
Hmm.
watering my plants. So I start to listen to podcasts. And it's interesting because you start to learn the English
Mm.
structure, you learn new vocabulary, and then we don't realize, but we start to implement those new things that you learned in our routine. So one thing is the one. Another thing that helps me a lot is reading using the Kindle application.
Oh.
First of all, because I can have it on all my device, like my cell phone, tablet, or computer.
Mm.
And I like some books, like interesting books. Now I'm more into my personal journey of growth, my mindset, and I'm learning things that help me with that.
Mm.
And I now choosing English books. And the interesting thing about this application is because when you see some words that you don't know the meaning,
Yeah.
or you don't know how to pronounce it correctly, you
Mm.
can highlight it, and you can open a dictionary. You can choose your favorite dictionary,
Mm.
and then you can see the word, all the meanings. You can see the phonemic transcription that
Mm.
gives you an idea on how this word should be pronounced. And if you're not sure if you pronounce it correctly, you can hear a native speaker speaking that word for you. So this
Mm.
helped me as well. And the most important thing is interacting with other people through online communities, taking part on meetings, or having one-by-one conversation. I think it's great, especially for people who are a little bit shy of meetings, because generally there are lots of people there, or even on breakout rooms, generally are 4 or 3 people. But one by one conversation, I think is really great if you are starting. For me, is the best way to improve my speaking.
Mm.
Yes, that, yeah, and it's also fun as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you like to read. So who's your favorite author?
Oh my gosh, I have so many different books that I like. I don't know if I have to pick some person. I'm some author. Which one I would pick, because um I think there's um um Brazilian writer called Paulo Coelho. He's famous out there because he writes books about personal growth,
Mm.
and his books are really famous out there. I would say him.
Yeah. So yeah, passive listening and reading, these are your the way you incorporate your English into your daily life. So is there anything than this that you do to live your English?
Yes,
Yeah.
I I I try to practice English every free time that I have.
Hmm.
So I like doing this on the communities that I participate in,
Yeah.
because I really appreciate people on those communities, and I feel so connected to them, like if we have been friends for a long time. But I also try to implement English, like talking to myself,
Mm.
organizing my daily routines, and
Yeah.
in my workplace. I started talking to English to some colleagues
Mm.
because they also want to improve themselves, and they are also English learners.
Mm.
So we speak to each other in English. Yes, sometimes we can talk kind of about many different subjects and for a long time. And other time we mix with Portuguese,
Yeah.
but we try to do it as much as possible. So every day I try to follow this routine to talk to myself and then to talk to other people who I know have the interest of improving themselves as well.
Yeah. What about your kids? Do you speak with them?
Oh, I really try. My daughter,
Eh,
she has a good level, so I can have conversations with her. And because as she is into music, she listens to music a lot,
Hmm.
and we can have conversations about many different subjects. She can understand. She can give her opinion. But my son, he's more limited. Even if he is studying on bilingual school, but
Hmm.
he is just beginner, so we can't have real conversations with him.
Hmm.
But I try to stimulate him to continue learning,
Hmm.
because he likes to learn Spanish. But
No.
I generally try to teach him that Spanish is beautiful, is necessary to learn, but also English is important as a international language.
Hmm.
So I try to at least to keep him motivated to learn English.
And you are ideal for him. I know that he will do it.
Yes.
He'll be a good English speaker because of his mom.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Yeah. So what do you think about grammar? How can we improve our grammar skills?
Oh my gosh. It's so hard for me because I all the time made so many grammar mistakes. In the beginning,
I
I feel
am.
so uncomfortable with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I watch my videos, oh my gosh, I mixed some tenses. Oh my gosh, I confused the subject, or I was all the time unsatisfied with my um, with the level of grammar that I have and that I show on my recordings. But now I'm a little bit more comfortable, and I think if we learn, for example, with reading books and listening to podcasts, we start to learn grammar automatically. Of course, then we should have some time to sit down and to go to some books to learn more advanced uh, grammar information, but we can learn lots of things through listening and through reading.
Hmm.
But I'm feeling this necessity to go to study more complex tenses, more other kind of subjects. Then I'm following some people who devote to teach grammar online, because every day I can learn something new for me.
Yeah.
But it's a hard. It's there's no miracle, so you have to do the hard work and studies. Open the book and go to studying the things that you need to learn. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I feel so sad that we are running out of time. Unfortunately, we are
Exactly.
running out of time. We have 5 minutes left. So it's time for us to call it a day. But I think before wrap up, I need you to give a piece of advice for other English learners, something you find so important to know, maybe. yeah, I know that
Yes.
you have so many things to share, but please
Yeah. I will
briefly.
try to do very
Yeah,
quickly. So
yeah.
I think the first thing is never give up on your dream.
Mm,
You know, if you want to become anything in life, is not just English speaker, anything in life, you should put effort on it and take advantage of people who can inspire you, be surrounded by people who has the same objective as you, and don't compare your journey to anyone else. Go in your own pace, because if you do the effort that is like you are capable of doing, so it doesn't matter that if you study 1 hour a day or just 15 minutes, but if you don't stop doing it, you're going to reach your goals in a certain point of time. And that's important. It's all what you have to do. So I think mindset is really incredible when people are learning something new.
mm,
They have to believe that they are capable of doing it, and they have to put the effort and never give up. Do it like if you are doing something in your routine, like brush your teeth, like having your lunch, like thing that you do daily. So you're going to see the achievements of
yeah,
your hard work. Yes, in some point of time.
yeah. So interesting to talk to you, and I feel like I wish I could have more time to talk with you, but I know it's your night. Maybe it's time for you to hit the hay, right?
Yeah, I would like to thank you, Nayana, for having me. I was so interested to have this conversation with you. I think we should do it more frequently because
Exactly.
I have so
Yeah.
many things to. I want to learn from you about meditation,
Mm,
about the things that I know you have so huge knowledge about, and to share our experience as well. You are kind of sister for me, my little sister.
yeah. Thank you
I really
so much.
appreciate your 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 friendship. You are so important to me. Love you deeply.
Yeah, me too. I love you deeply, and you're so important person, VIP. Yeah, my VIP. You're on the list, my VIP list because yeah, I am inspired by you and I have learned a lot from you. Still, I think I have a lot to learn from you. So I'm honored. Pleasure is all mine. And thank you so much for joining me today and sharing your story with our friends. And it's so important to me. And I know that someone will find it useful listening to your story. And yeah, I'm honored. I'm so grateful.
Yes,
Yes, just 1 minute.
I'm also I feel the same way, the same way,
Yeah,
and I'm going through your channel later to see other videos from your friends.
yeah,
Many of them are also my friends, so it's really inspiring to see other people journey. We can
yeah.
learn a lot with it.
Yeah, actually this is an excuse for me to practice my speaking skills, to learn something from others. So that's why I do this, and I know that someone will find it useful.
Of
Yeah,
course.
exactly. Yeah. We have 1 minute. Say something.
1 minute yet? Oh yes. Then they will cut it. Yes. So um, thank you again. Hopefully,
It's
one day we can meet each other personally. Like
in
I
person.
would visit Sri Lanka or maybe come
Yeah,
here to Brazil,
great.
and it will be
Yeah.
so nice meeting you personally.
Yeah, you can visit me and maybe we can go somewhere together. It would be
Yes.
wonderful. And it's like a dream.
Yeah,
I'm
of
so
course.
happy to have you. Great.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Maria.
Thank
Bye
you,
for
Nayana. Have a nice week.
Yeah,
Bye
have a nice
bye.
day. Bye bye.
Bye.
Good night. Good night. I'm so
Good night.
sorry that I forgot
Good,
it's your night.
good morning for you.